Hi, everybody. Welcome to the last Envision webinar of the year. Can't quite believe it. We're just letting a few folks join us, and we'll kick off in just a couple of minutes. Thanks. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. It's Vanessa. Thanks for joining us today. It's the 1st of December, and that means it's actually, obviously the last month and the last webinar of the year here at Envision. So thank you very much for everybody to join us. It's the holiday edition. And we've got a really, really fun lineup and a really interesting lineup for you this evening or this morning. So if we can just jump to the next slides, I want to introduce you to our speakers today, and then I'll just do a little housekeeping after that. So Kartik, if you could jump to the second slide for me, that would be great. Thank you. So our program today, I'm just going to give you a little update about our holiday gift giving guide and some holiday updates from Envision. And then Kartik, our CEO, is going to give you a wrap view of Envision over the last year. We've got some really fun stats and facts to share with you about that. And then we have a super fun guest web interview with two people who are just amazing. First of all, we have Carly, who is an ally to Harrison, and he and her are both Harry Potter book fans. They're also great friends, and they've got a really wonderful story about how they put the Envision glasses to test to reshelve Harrison's amazing book collection when they were 13,000 miles apart, which is quite a feat. They even made a video and a cool soundtrack with it. But anyway, we haven't asked too many questions yet, so we'll be having a good chat with them about that. And then towards the end, we'll be getting under the hood at Envision, as we always do with our CTO, Kartik Kannan, who's also going to talk a little bit about what we can expect on our products soon, and any new and exciting stuff going on the innovation side. So let's jump in quickly. I've got a bit of housekeeping. Obviously, for those of you who are new to our webinars, we do record them and we stream them actually live on YouTube. And then we'll be sharing that link on our socials and afterwards to anybody who couldn't make it. We do questions and answers. We welcome that, look forward to it, and try and keep time for it at the end of the webinar. So what I would say is keep your questions to that. And then when we get to that point, you can kind of if you're joining us on Zoom, there's a raise hand function, and we use that. There's also a Q&A section where you can type in questions as well, and we'll do our best to answer them during the webinar. And if not, we do our best to answer them after them. And if you're joining us on YouTube, then yes, there's a Q&A section there as well that you can use as well in the chat function, sorry, on YouTube. So that's the boring bit. So of course, looking after marketing, I couldn't go and let this webinar go without giving you a plug of what Envision is doing for the holidays and on our gift side. So first of all, we've got a holiday edition of the glasses with the lovely luxe frames there that we have. These are kind of more fashionable frames if you do wear frames and want to have lenses with the glasses, and they're great. And we've also created some really nice gift cards, which are great for friends and family to give those who might want to, need a bit of financial help and getting onto buying some Envision glasses. And there are all nominations, including the price of a full pair of glasses. So do check that out. It's on our website. And if you're still stuck for ideas for the holidays and what to give and receive, there's also a gift guide that we've written up in the blog, which has come from our wonderful community. So probably some of you out there put the ideas forward. So thank you for that. Great. Okay, so on to Envision Wrapped. It's been a phenomenal year for us. So Kartik has already pulled together some amazing numbers for us. So Kartik, where to start this year? Maybe some of these wonderful numbers you can explain for us. Thank you.
Yes, super excited about this year. It's been an incredible year for Envision. There's a lot that has sort of been happening under the hood. So super excited to sort of take a look back and sort of or like make a sense of everything that has been happening in this year in terms of numbers. So in this year, Envision took a big step in making the Envision app available to everybody for free, and because of that, the community of Envision it grew to over 1,000 Envisioners across the world, and Envisioners are people who use our app and the glasses. So for us, that was a huge milestone, because the reason for making the app free was to make sure that it can be accessible to even more people in the world. So yeah, in this a year, we were able to grow to having over 200,000 people become a part of the community. And as a result of that, people got very active on the app and the glasses, and people started putting Envision to good use. And we could see that, because with the Envision app and with the glasses, people have been able to read over 50 million pieces of text in this year alone, which is pretty remarkable. It's actually pretty hard to fathom how much that actually is. But we did some math, and we found out that that's actually equivalent to reading the whole Harry Potter series 9,000 times. So that's actually how much text all of you have been reading in this year. In addition to that, people have been using our video calling functionality a lot, which is available on the glasses, or using it to call allies or to call agents of Aira to get your professional help. And we have an incredible ally story to share with all of you in a bit. But overall, in this year, there have been over 50,000 minutes of Aira and ally calls that have been made just from the glasses. That's a lot of your time. And just so that you can imagine how much of a time it is, that's equivalent to Stevie Wonder singing "I Just Called to Say I Love You" 10,000 times. So just imagine listening to that song in loop for 10,000 times. That's how long people have been talking with Envision with their allies in this year. And we also have a face recognition option in the glasses and in the app, and people have put that to very good use this year, and have been able to recognize over 7,000 faces of their friends, their families, people they work with, and that is about 25 times the amount of players who are actually are playing in the FIFA World Cup at the moment. So just imagine all of those people and all of those faces, and just multiply that by with 25, and that's how many faces have been recognized by Envision in this year. This is just a tease. We are doing a lot of number crunching at the end of the year, so we will have some very exciting stats to present to you in a bit, where you can actually see exactly in terms of numbers or what Envision has been doing. So this is a bit of a tease, but we will actually have a bigger video about all the numbers that Envision has been hitting in this year. That'll be out in a few weeks. So this is for you a quick sneak peek into that. And with that, I would want to move on and put my focus on guests of the evening. And with us we have Harrison, and we have a Carly who are joining us all the way from the USA. Super excited to have you both on. If you don't mind, can you very quickly introduce yourself a bit? So Harrison, starting with you, could you very quickly introduce yourself?
Thanks. I'm Harrison. I am from Austin, Texas. I'm totally blind. And yeah, I'm a Harry Potter book collector, which we will get into more of why that's important later. But yeah, that's me.
And I'm Carly. I'm currently in Salt Lake City, Utah, but lived in Texas. And that's how Harrison and I first hung out. But we'd been friends before he actually moved to Austin. And I'm also a Harry Potter book collector. I have 1,400 books in my collection, and I collect mostly translations.
The question is, have you read in can that 9,000 times, they still don't have enough, they've still read more text than you have in your collection.
which is incredible.
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. So I want to, like start a bit in the beginning, and then we'll sort of like come to the video that you guys made and shared. So maybe Harrison, I would like to know from you, how did you come to discover Envision glasses? And I know that Carly also had a role to sort of like play in it. So can you sort of like walk us through that story about how you got in touch with Envision?
I found out about the glasses through the Aira promotion. I have been a long-time Aira user, and then I found out about the glasses as a way to use Aira hands-free when that first came out. And so I was really struggling. Like, I had wanted to get them. Like, I knew all they could do before, but I wasn't like convinced I should get them. And then, Aira came out with their 10% off promotion, and I called Carly. I'm like, hey, these glasses are out. Like, I don't know if I should get them. Like, they seem amazing, but they're also really expensive. And we talked through it, and eventually it came down to, yes, I wanted to buy the glasses, and I wanted to enjoy that freedom and independence. So eventually, yes, I did end up buying them.
And Carly, what was your first reaction when you saw Harrison and and he spoke to you about the glasses?
I was very excited. Harrison is someone who's always up to something. He likes to go out and do all the different things. So this would make it much easier for him to get to go do that. And he can be hands-free. He can be very tactile and, just enjoy himself, go to buffets, which he loves to do. And it's easier. He is always looking at different texts in different languages and analyzing and all of those things. And the glasses seemed like that would help with that. It seemed like it would help with everything that he really wanted to do. And actually, before the glasses were even bought, we'd already talked about, we can reshelve your books, because it had been needing to be done. So that was one of the first things that we decided before they came that we were going to do. We picked a date. We had it pretty much set. They just had to arrive. So we knew that this was going to be kind of the first thing we would get to do with them together.
Gotcha. Awesome. So let's sort of like talk about that story itself, right? So yeah, if, for the benefit of like audience, can you just explain, Harrison, first, how did you start the habit or the hobby of making the book collections, and how did it become to a point where you had over 100 of them?
So I started because I love Harry Potter and I love languages. I can't say I've read them 9,000 times, but I love foreign languages and I love Harry Potter. And I got an Armenian version at a bookstore because I had to have it. And then I got a German version, and then I got a Spanish version, and it just kind of snowballed into like, eventually I said, I want all of them. And so I've been, slowly and surely collecting until now I've got 4 left that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And so if I understand the story correctly, you had all these books, but you had to stack them in a bookshelf in the right order.
Yes.
And what did you sort of like do in order to solve that problem?
Well, I wanted them in ABC order, but I because some of the books feel the same, and it was just really difficult to tell other than by cover. Because one of the projects I want to do is label them, but in Braille on slipcovers, but this was a prerequisite to that. So what I did was I called Carly as an ally, because she's very familiar with all the different book covers of all the different Harry Potter editions. And we went through, and she'd tell me, this one's this, this one's this, this one's this, and I'd shelve them in the right place, and eventually I had them in order.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did the whole ordering take, like from scratch to the end?
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that.
Yeah, almost 3 hours. We had a lot of fun though. Like, it really was fun. It was so cool to see what Harrison was seeing in real time. It was so cool to kind of be there, ish in the room, and he could work hands-free. It made it so much easier so he could, get his bookshelf done. And I don't know, it was really, really fun. It was really neat.
Awesome. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. So for the audience here, if you haven't seen the video that they put out, where it's not like a 3 hour video, but it's a very
like 7-8 minutes, I think.
Yeah. But it's a very incredible video of Harrison on an ally call with like Carly, and they're sort of arranging the books. It's pretty exciting to watch. So apart from arranging bookshelves, Harrison, have there been other instances where you have had to call up your Kali or like ask for the help? Anything else that you have been frequently actually using these classes from?
So I'll be honest, I don't really use the ally function a lot because I do have Ira. Ira has helped me a lot, like walking around, ordering food, figuring out where the doors and steps are of a building, all with the glasses and being hands-free and being able to use my cane. Ally, I'm sure that there'll be other uses that come up. I don't know what I can think of right now, but I'm sure that other uses will come up. I have 2 allies set up right now, Carly and my mother. So who knows what might come up.
Gotcha. And about, yeah.
I was going to say, didn't you go to the Texas State Fair with them, Harrison?
Yes. That's right. Yes, I went to the Texas State Fair, which
I thought that was such a cool use of them.
Yeah, it was a very large fairground, and I was able to use Ira to look around. They were able to describe what they saw, and so I was able to walk hands-free and eat just like anyone else.
Oh, interesting. So is there anything that you would say, Harrison, that you were surprised with after you had the glasses on and you experienced the features and what they could do? Is there anything that took you by a surprise when you had the glasses?
It was more I kind of knew what all the features were, but it was more the hands-freeness. It was more being able to do it without having to hold a phone. Because honestly, a lot of what can be done with the glasses can be done with the Envision app or the Ira app or whatever. But the beauty of the glasses themselves is to be able to go hands-free.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's exactly like what we hear as well. I think that's almost the first feedback or the reaction that we get, is that people are very much surprised by the hands-free aspect of it and how incredible that could feel to be able to do a lot of things without having to hold something in your hands. Yeah, thanks, Harrison and Kali, for sharing your amazing story with us. Is there anything else that you could share about your project that's ongoing? What else are you looking after?
As a matter of fact, there is. Carly and I, as well as being Harry Potter book collectors, we are working on a project called The Book That Lives. And Carly, if you want to explain that more, that's sort of more your baby than anything else.
So we're both linguists in different terms, right? So one of the things that we started, it's kind of what helped solidify our friendship, was this project where we would go around. Harry Potter's been published now in 98 different languages, adaptations, and so on. So we would go around and ask native or near native speakers of all the different languages of the Harry Potter translations to read the first paragraph of book 1, and we posted on the website, with the point being to introduce people to what this language sounds like, or maybe even that this language is a thing, that it exists. And it doesn't just have to be the languages that Harry Potter has been published with or in. We have other languages that people is like, I speak Elfdalian, which is a really cool language up in Sweden, where very few speakers are, and they went through and they translated the first paragraph and then recorded it for us. So that's there. So just kind of raising language awareness, linguistic awareness. There's something about hearing a very familiar story in your own language. I think it's important. I think it helps just show that we're all people. We all enjoy the same things, even if it sounds a bit different.
There are over 90 translations. There are 98 translations. So putting that 9,000 number, I know I'm a little hung up on that number, but putting that 9,000 number into perspective, you could read all 7 books in all 98 languages 100 times. And that's how much Envision would have been used. Or 90 times. And that's how much Envision would have been used.
I was going to steal that one, Harrison. That's brilliant.
Yeah, just recrunch the numbers, but it's basically 98 languages. In a rough view of things, 98 languages, and yeah.
I have to beg the question. I know I'm interrupting and I'm not meant to, but I have to beg the question. You said you're missing 3. What are you missing, Harrison?
I am missing 4 copies of the book. I am missing Gujarati, Malayalam, Asturian, and Nepali. But for our project, we are actually missing only 9 languages. We are missing readers for Albanian, Breton, Cambodian or Khmer, Korean, Lithuanian, Macedonian, Montenegrin, Tamil, and Valencian from Catalan. So if we have any speakers of those or any other language that you want to be featured, please reach out to me. We already have 2 Envision staff on the project that have read in their own languages. Vanessa has read in Dutch, and Sanita very good reading. And Sanita from the customer success side, right?
Yeah.
She read for us in her native language of Nepali. We had been missing Nepali until yesterday when Sanita came in to read for us.
It was actually so cool.
And there's one more person from the Envision team who's also going to help you, and that's me. I'm going to help you read Tamil. So,
yay! Carly, get that stuff ready.
Yes, I would reach out to you guys separately after the webinar.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's 1 language down. So it's 3 people from Envision who's going to help you.
Yay! Thumbs down.
We've looked so far for Tamil and gotten nowhere. Same with everything that's coming at the end of the project. We've worked on this since 2017. Wow. So incredible. It's taken a while. And some of them have been misses. Like somebody will be like, oh yeah, I'll record. Oh wait, never mind. Things like that. So it's been fun.
Awesome. No, it's exciting. I think I'm super excited to see how passionate you are about this, and that's rubbing off on all of us. So I do hope that this becomes a success, and I'm actually super excited to see if we can help in some ways. But there are about like 50 people in this call right now. So if any of you can help Harrison and Akali, definitely reach out to them. We will send out an email afterwards, which will have details on how you can contact them. So
you can put my email in there. You can put my email in there. Yeah, thank you.
And before I wrap up, Harrison, this is a question we ask all of our guests. If you have to summarize Envision glasses in 1 sentence for somebody who is on the fence about purchasing them, what would be your summary of Envision glasses in 1 sentence?
Just get them, y'all. You won't regret it.
That's great, Harrison. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. It will be good if you can stick around for the Q&A, which is what we'll be going into. So if anybody in the audience, if you have a question for Harrison or for Akali, they'll be hanging around. So when we go into the Q&A section, you can just sort of raise your hand, or you can put a question in the Q&A section or in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer them as we go into the Q&A section.
Cool. That was great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got loads of questions, but I'll hold them back. Brilliant. Thank you, Kartik. Thank you, Carly. And thank you, Harrison. So I'm actually asking now to pass over to Kartik Kannan, our CTO. We always have this moment where we want to get under the hood a little bit. And I think, Kartik, you've got something really nice for us today, right? Well, several things, I think.
Yeah, several. Usually I do a sneak peek of a new feature, but this time I'm going to do a sneak peek of what's to come in the coming year. Before that, what I want to do is, we had a year-end review for all of Envision. And what we thought it would be really cool if users could also see their year-end review, right? So in the coming week, we're going to be launching a feature in the Envision app called Envision Year-end Review, where Envision users can go ahead and dive into their Envision usage for the past year. And here's some interesting, stories about the data, that they've generated over the past year, right? Like how many pieces of text have they read, or, how many years has it been since they actually started using Envision. So it's going to be a really nice moment for all users of Envision who've been using the app for a long time, who've been using the app quite a bit. And we're going to make that shareable. So if you want, you can also go ahead and share that with your friends on social media. So that is going to be dropping end of next week. So stay tuned for us, on socials for the exact date. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go ahead and share a sneak peek of the direction that Envision is going to be heading, the directions that Envision is going to be taking in the coming year, right? Usually I would talk about like specific features that would get released, but I wanted to sort of give you all a sense of where we are heading together as a community. One of the things that we really want to do in the coming year is make Envision or have Envision on pretty much all the platforms that people tend to use on a daily basis. So you can expect Envision on the desktop next year. You can expect Envision app on many more devices. I mean, specifically say smartphones or tablets that people use within the community. So we're going to have Envision on a lot more platforms. So you'd be able to, for example, snap a picture on your iOS device, share that, save that in the library, open that in the Envision app on the desktop, and maybe email it to someone on the desktop as well, right? Or you can take a picture of a book with the Envision glasses and then, go ahead and import that in the desktop and share it with people. Or if you were looking to read a PDF attachment that comes in your email, you could just right click on it and open it with Envision on the desktop and you'd be able to. So we're going to make it more easier for you to seamlessly access or use Envision across as many platforms as possible. So that's one big direction, one big step that we're going to be taking in the coming year. Another thing is Envision is going to be more offline in the coming year as well. So one of the things that we've always wanted to do was to try and, have Envision work as much offline as possible, because we know that when people try to use it online, there's also the hassle of trying to connect to a network and so on, right? And we always believed that technology is going to get better and better over time, that will allow us to run more complex AI stuff on the edge, on the phone or on the glasses. And we've been putting a lot of effort into making our AI work offline without compromising too much on the accuracy. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to definitely bring more and more features offline on the glasses. We're going to bring more and more features offline on the app as well. You can expect to see some of your favorite features like scan text or describe scene work completely offline so that you can go ahead and scan documents very quickly on the go. We're also going to be coming up with some more very exciting ways of interacting with the glasses. So we're going to have one big UI update for the glasses, hopefully in the coming month. But apart from that, we've been really experimenting with more natural ways of interacting with the glasses, where you could go ahead and maybe someday have a conversation with it. So these ideas are still, I would say, in the works, but we're going to be looking at ways where we can simplify the user experience on the glasses and make it more seamless. And lastly, we're definitely going to go ahead and improve our object recognition capabilities. You can expect way more objects on the glasses. You can expect a much better explore experience on the glasses. And who knows, we might be able to also help you teach your favorite objects to the glasses as well. So that's also something that we have on the cards. Of course, the last one, I have to put a big asterisk on it. It's been a holy grail at Envision for a few years, but we think the technology could be getting there in the coming year. And if that happens, we're definitely going to bring that to the glasses. So these are all the interesting steps that we're going to be taking with the Envision, with all of Envision's products in the coming year. And I really thank you all today for coming to the webinar. And I'm genuinely excited for what is coming for Envision and the community in the coming year. Over to you, Vanessa.
Wow, super. So yeah, I guess add a context for this year in review. I've been seeing some of the work been going on, and it is really amazing to hear back, how you've used Envision over the year in your own year in review. And very, very cool concept. Well done for pulling that one through, and looking forward to that coming live next week. So keep tuned to your apps, everybody. Good. So we are nicely on time. I'm not having to chase anybody, which is great. But really, I think now is the time for questions. So if you want to ask us some questions, then please do. You can use the chat function, as I said, in both here at Zoom and on the YouTube as well. Or raise your hands on Zoom as well, and we can actually bring you live onto the call as well.
I have a question already.
Oh, great. Go ahead. Go.
Which is in the Q&A from someone called Ali Reza Mamani. And it's a question for Harrison and for Akali, where he says, have you had the recording of the Persian language of the Harry Potter as well?
So we have, but we're definitely looking for more. Like, we only have one, and it would be lovely to have people represented from all over. So definitely reach out, and we'll get you the text, and that would be wonderful.
All right, Alireza, there will be an email that will be included in the follow-up email that we send out, so you can reach out to Harrison and offer him your help yourself.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I see like a lot of like raised hands. So I'm gonna start bringing in people who have raised their hands into the panel. I'm gonna start with Bill Alikane. I actually had a good conversation with Bill in the morning today. So yeah, hi Bill. Happy to have you on the call. You can unmute yourself and ask us your question. Bill, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm good. One question I have is when we download new software, where do we go to read about what it does?
Sure. So any new software update on the glasses, so anytime it's available, there is a push notification that is sent to your phone. When you tap on that push notification, it will take you to to like a website where all the release notes are available. You can also just go to that website on your own. It's called letsenvision.com/updates/glasses. So if you want to know what has been sort of recent updates on the glasses, that's the website which has all the release notes of all the updates that we've had so far.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. All right, I have a raised hand from Ferishte. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And Ferishte, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, my name is Ferishte. Your pronunciation is perfect.
Thanks.
And first of all, I want to say hello to Vanessa. I met Vanessa in Sight Village in London, and I was very surprised. I'm very happy. I actually I am using Envision AI app for maybe 3-4 years.
Wow.
But I never guess it could be really helpful to have a simple glass which make everything very easy and accessible. So when the person from Sight and Sound and Vanessa, when they actually show me the glass and let me to test. They were very appreciative, and I was very, very happy, very surprised. And I just jumped up and down and said, no, I'm not going out without these glasses. I want it. But, you know, I left my telephone for sight and sound, and unfortunately, nobody get in touch with me. I called them and asked them to have another demonstration at home. So I haven't got any joy. So my question is, with the these glasses, are we able to find the traffic lights or something like that, or no? Thank you very much.
Appreciate your like a question, Arfarishte, and yeah, with regards to a demonstration, if you're not getting a response from the distributor, just sort of drop us an email at support@letsenvision.com. We will follow up, and we'll make sure that you do get the demonstration that you're looking for.
Sorry, can you repeat the email again?
Support, SUPPORT,
yeah,
at Let's Envision, that's LE like TSEN VISION.
Yeah.
It's a .com, so that's the email address.
Definitely.
Yeah, so if you can just drop us an email, we will do our best to make sure that you do get a demo of the glasses as soon as possible.
Very kind.
And it's lovely to hear you. And I remember we had a lovely talk, and my voice was going. So it's great to hear yours.
Yeah,
and we'll be in touch. Thank you.
And also, I just want to mention the people who didn't get chance to touch the frame. This is lovely fashion frame. I generally don't like the glasses frame, but I love that frame. So I think people has to try at least once.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Percy, thank you. And to answer the question you had about the traffic lights, it will be possible to identify traffic lights with the find objects. That is an update that we will have, which will allow you to identify traffic lights. But it will not give you indication about the state of the light, whether it's like red or whether it's green. That is not something that it will tell.
No.
Yeah,
just the most important, sorry interrupting, just the most important is we found the traffic light, it's very important. And then we can press the button, touch the coin at the end, and there are different ways to find it. Yes,
no, of course. So there is a big update that is planned for the find objects and the explore feature, where we are going to add like a lot more objects in the list. It includes stuff like a door, stuff like staircases, all of these stuff that are very important for people to find. And it also includes a traffic light in there.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, first, I appreciate you jumping on, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. We have two more questions in the Q&A. There is somebody asking about if there is still a discount available on the glasses. That is from Kate. Kate, we do not you have a discount that's ongoing, but we do have a holiday your package, which includes a pair of Lux frames, which would normally cost $150. But if you make a purchase of a pair of Envision glasses during the holiday season, which is until the end of December, then you will actually get the Lux frame included for free. So in a way, it is a sort of a discount because you do get something that's normally worth $150 included in the package for free. So that's the campaign that is having right now. We do not have a discount, a campaign scheduled for anytime soon. And on the same thread, there is a question from like Louis, who is asking with regards to the new replacement like glasses of the Smith Optics frame, if they can be attached the same way. Yes, so the new so like Lux frames, as like we call it, which is the most stylish frames that you can like have with your glasses, they do have the same hinge of the mechanism that can be used to attach it to your glasses. So it attaches very seamlessly to an existing a pair of glasses that you have. So that is totally possible. Let me try to pick someone else to jump on. I have like a Terry Ann Sorman. So yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Couple things. I'm thinking about purchasing the Lux frames because I have the glasses, and are they a little more substantial than just the titanium frame that comes with them? I've not ever seen the Lux frame. I've not been able to have hands-on experience with them, so I don't know. But are they a little bit more, in addition to having the lenses in them, is that frame then a little bit more substantial, I guess is the word I want to use?
Sure. So I think the best way to explain it would be, so basically a Lux frames are like a very the normal pair of spectacle like frames. They come with a tortoise print on it. So it's sort of like a very like a lightweight frame. So how the titanium like frame is like a lightest option, but it does not have the ability to hold lenses in it. So like a Lux frame actually have the ability to hold lenses in them. So, and it is like a very stylish, sleek looking, sort of like spectacle. So it, if you remove the electronic aspect of the Envision glasses, it looks like an ordinary pair of spectacles. And when you add the spectacles, it sort of adds to it. And because there is a bit more of a weight as compared to a titanium like frame, it is a bit more stable, I would say, when you have it on. So I hope that's what you're asking.
Yes. And then my other question is, and I haven't gotten back to the person that has been working with me regarding connecting a hotspot to the glasses. I do want to do that so that I can use them out and about, and not just have to depend upon Wi-Fi. Although I suspect maybe there are some features that are offline or soon will be offline that maybe I won't need the hotspot for. But she sent me the instructions for the hotspot, and it still seems very very daunting to me. I'm wondering though, are people having good luck in terms of using a hotspot so that you can use your glasses out and about, even for, say, reading a menu at a restaurant or something?
Sure. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, if you don't mind, just as a fellow Envisioner, I have had no issues with the hotspot. The hotspot has been an absolute godsend for me.
Okay, great. So it would definitely be worth my while to put that together with the glasses.
Yeah, so maybe sort of like just to add a bit more of a context into that, it is a bit of a steps to like do the hotspot on the iOS like for the first time, because you do have to sort of like follow a few steps to have the hotspot hooked up to your glasses for the first time. But after you already have it hooked up for the first time, every other time it's very, very smooth. So only for the first time, because you need to sort of have the glasses, sort of remember the password of the hotspot. That's why it takes a few more steps than what it would normally do. But then after you have it, you're done for the first time, then it's pretty smooth sort of sailing. So I would say sort of do take a look at the steps, but if you are facing any issues, you can always request for a support call, and then someone from our team will sort of jump on a call with you and make sure that you have it all hooked up the right way.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and maybe just as a final thing, you do have offline like functionalities as well on the glasses. So, for example, instant text, it has an offline mode, so you can just make sure that you have the offline sort of mode enabled. Then stuff like instant text, it can also be used offline without having to have access to internet. It's only for stuff like you're making a video call and things like that. That's what you like would need internet for mostly.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I do use it the offline for that purpose. I mean, I do use the instant text offline. So for finding objects like traffic lights, that still needs to be, or signage outdoors, that you still need a connection for, correct?
For instant text, no. So if you want to use instant text offline, then you don't need an internet connection. You need internet only for a few features like the description of your scene. That is like a feature that needs internet. All of the calling features, for example, like they need internet. So like not all the features actually do need sort of need internet.
Okay, so if I want to read signage outdoors, I can still do that offline then.
Yes.
Because that's still
totally
using the instant text feature.
Exactly, yes.
God, okay, I didn't realize that. Oh, that'll be a huge help.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. I hope you have a good day ahead, and I appreciate you jumping on for a chat. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. I do want to be mindful of the time, so maybe we'll take the final few questions in this. I have another like a Q&A from like Lewis, who asked if there are any plans to include NaviLens app in the Envision classes. The discussions are ongoing. We are in touch with the NaviLens team, but yeah, we don't have anything that we can announce as of yet. But definitely stay tuned to our channels. The intention behind Envision is that it is built as a platform. So the long-term intention is to include as many apps within the glasses as possible. So that is definitely that Envision team is constantly working on. There is like a question from Ali FN, who's asking, is there a beta testing program? Yes, Ali, we do have a beta testing program both for the app and for the glasses. If you're interested in becoming a beta testers, we do. So we are a bit more selective about your beta testers on the glasses because of the fact that it is a hardware, and it's sometimes with with beta update stuff could go wrong. But if you're up for that, you can send us an email to support@letsenvision.com, and we can send you instructions about how you can join the beta program of Envision. I am going to bring on Londa Peterson on stage. Londa, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
You're now unmuted. Yes, I am unmuted. It says I am anyway.
Yes.
First of all, I love my glasses. I can read. I use a lot of binding combs in my job, the comb bindings. And now I can tell what size they are by reading the label rather than by feeling the size, which is much more accurate. But I am having strange issues with reading. where sometimes it will take a line from the middle or the top and throw it on the bottom. And the other thing I try to do is facing pages of a book. And sometimes it will read one page, part of one page, then go read part of the other page, then go back and read part of the left page, and then go back to the right page. It's like it's not getting it in order. It's like the column identification isn't working quite right. I don't know if that's a setting that I might have wrong, or if there's something else going on, because the problem's pretty consistent.
Gotcha. Understood. I will throw this a question to Karthik. Probably you have any tips for Londa as to how she can do the reading in a better way? Sure.
So firstly, Londa, we are, working on improving the column detection feature on the glasses. We have a new version that we're currently testing internally, and hopefully we'll have a beta out in a couple of weeks. Having said that, this tends to happen if the text, if the text is too close to each other. So my suggestion is, if you're trying to scan a book, if it is possible for you to sort of fold the book and try to scan one page at a time, that would be one suggestion that I have. If you're not able to go ahead and fold the book, if it's a hardbound book, my suggestion would be to try and cover one side of the page, one side of the book with a white sheet, a white paper or something, so that the glasses is able to scan just, one page at a time versus having the entire book out open. That's my suggestion for you if you're trying to scan a book particularly. And if you're trying to scan like say a magazine article, or if it's just one single page that you're trying to scan, and if the order is not correct, I would suggest trying to go ahead and hold the document at a greater distance, and then have the glasses capture it, because in that way the column detection algorithm is able to have a better idea of the borders of the text properly, and then go ahead and order the text in the right way. So this is the suggestion that I have if the column detection isn't working all that well for you. But having said that, yeah, we are working on a couple of more updates to it. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, because I am using the document guidance so that it supposedly is getting the document, finding the edges, but that helps. At least, I'll try to hold it a little further away, although I have pretty short arms. So
got it, Londa. But I think if for some reason the column detection, if you think is not working as expected, you can always turn it off as well. So if you do a two-finger, a single tap on scan text, and if you swipe forward 3 times, there is a function called that is a layout detection, which is turned on by a default. So you can disable layout detection, and if you do that, then it will not attempt to understand the layout of the document, and it will just sort of read it in the order that it is. So if you are thinking that this is happening too often, you can also turn off layout detection and just attempt to read the document with having it turned off.
Okay, I'll try that.
Cool. All right, Londa, thank you so much. All right, I think we have room for a final call. So I'm going to bring on a Joshua or a Newman. Joshua, if you could unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hello.
Yes, Joshua. Hi.
Hello. I have a question. When you can say "Hey Envision" to the glasses, or you must click push the button on the hinge. How is it in the latest version for the glasses?
All right, that's a good question, Joshua. So you're asking about voice commands that are on the Envision glasses, and as of now, to activate the voice commands, you need to push the hinge button, and that's when the voice commands get activated. It is possible to have a voice activation also of it, but it also has some of its drawbacks if the glasses are always listening, and it has mainly to do with the battery of the glasses. Because if the glasses have to be always on and always are listening, then that is consuming a lot of battery on the glasses side. So we are looking to optimize that a bit more. As of now, it's not very optimized, but if we can optimize it to a certain extent where the battery, or the drain on the glasses are not as significant, then is when you will you have an update that will actually have an active listening or mode on the glasses. So as of now, it's not something that we have in the pipeline, because to have the glasses always be on and listening is a battery or drain on the glasses at the moment.
Okay. I know this, and my second question is, can you change now the trackpad from right to left, or must Envision to make a new model of the glasses?
Yeah, again, a good question. We do not have any control over the hardware of the glasses, because the hardware that we use is Google glasses. So we get the hardware from them. We have indicated to them already that there is a demand from people to actually you have the option to have the glasses on the left hand side as well. And as of now, we don't have any sort of a confirmation from the Google team if there will be a version that will also be supported on the left hand side. So we are not yet sure. There is a chance there will be something in the future, but as of now, we do not have any further insight on it.
Okay. The people to use the cane on the right hand must using the voice control yet.
Understood. No, yeah, that is definitely your problem that we understand and we recognize, and yeah, we have escalated it to Google, but yeah, we have to wait if they have a response for us or not.
I have a last question. What is with the Be My Eyes app on the glasses? Coming soon, or we must wait?
Good. That's a good question. We also had somebody in the comments ask us about it. I think it was Svetlana. We are also in talks with the Be My Eyes team. There is a bit of a dependency on them on how quickly can we make this happen. So we don't have any updates on that also, unfortunately, but that is definitely something that there has been a heavy demand for. So if any of you, if you are excited to have the Be My Eyes app on the glasses, definitely also sort of reach out to the Be My Eyes team, so we both can start working together and making it happen. From Envision's side, we're definitely very open to integrate Be My app on the glasses.
Oh, okay. I want say to Vanessa, it was very good with you. We both had Envision glasses demo, Kartik, and yes, it was very good. I hope I can buy the Envision glasses with my health insurances with oh man to IPD GmbH. It was very cool, and I want this.
Awesome. No, yeah, we're excited to hear that, and we hope we can hook you up with a pair of Envision tech glasses at the earliest.
Okay. Was it in Stay Health at the Envision team, and to Vanessa, Stay Health at all.
Sorry, Joshua, could you say that again? It's nice to hear you.
I had say Stay Health in German.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bleibt gesund. Yes.
So that is something that we need to run past our German distributor. I had contacted him after our call, and it was a lovely call. We did both very well with with our language, didn't we? But I will
Yeah.
follow up with him and ask him to check that for you, because this is very particular to your market, right? And unfortunately, we can't keep track of everything. So I will ask him again, and I'll speak to Manfred one more time.
Yeah, okay. And I had helped Vanessa, and Vanessa had not open recognized cache. What had I say? Open recognized cache, and that's very cool. I had helped Vanessa.
Yeah, that's right. You did. You helped me. Thank you. I'd forgotten where my recognized cache was on the thing, but it is a really great function, and I like using it directly from the voice commands, because then it's super quick. You just say recognize cache, it opens, recognizes the cache. For those of us who use cache still, anyway. But lovely to hear you, Josh. Take care, man.
Yeah, and that was it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Take care.
All right, Joshua. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And with that, I will have to bring the webinar to a close. I know there are still a lot of raised hands, but we do have to be mindful of the time. But I do appreciate everybody who would tuned in. If you have a question that has not been answered on the webinar today, definitely feel free to reach out to us. You can do that by sending us an email to support@letsenvision.com, or you can just sort of reach out to us on on Facebook or like Twitter or any of the social media like platforms that you're active in, and our team will be very, very happy to answer any of the questions that you have that has not been answered in the webinar today.
Yeah, and in our follow-up, I just want to interrupt quickly because I know Carly has to jump. I'm going to include the information about the Talking Book project and the email, so that if any of you lovely people know of anybody or can help, Carly and Harrison with their amazing mission, that would be great. So I'll include links to various things in our follow-up comms. But thank you.
Yeah, and I think a special thank you to Carly and to Harrison for like joining. It's always incredible to have these incredible sort of guests who share their actual experiences with us, and that's what Envision is all about. Our existence is for them. It is around them. So always happy to have more people on. With that, this is the last webinar of the year for us. So I do want to wish everybody a happy holidays ahead. You definitely will be hearing from us through other channels. But in terms of having a conversation on a webinar like this, we will do it in January of next year. And we'll have some very, very exciting stuff to announce as soon as we do the next webinar. So until then, I wish all of you a very happy holidays, and I hope you have a lot of fun with your family and enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Happy holidays,
Take care,
everyone.
everybody.